Hello and welcome to The Drum. I'm Peter Lloyd. Coming up, what does the Climate Commission's first report mean for the Australian economy? Would Australians vote for a political party led by Bob Katter? And should David Hicks be allowed to keep the money made from that book? Our panel tonight, broadcaster and writer Sally Warhaft, lawyer Greg Barnes, and in Melbourne we welcome James Paterson from the Institute of Public Affairs. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening, Peter.
Well, the Federal Government's Climate Commission has released its first report laying out the case for urgent action on reducing carbon emissions. The author of the report says Australia simply can't afford to wait if we're to move across to clean energy.
We need to make decisions now that lead us on that pathway toward a decarbonised economy. So the critical point is we have to get emissions turned from the upward trajectory to the downward trajectory by the end of this decade at the very latest, and we have to make investment decisions this decade that put us on that long-term trajectory that minimises the cost to our economy. If we do it as an emergency step 2 decades down the track, it's going to cost us much, much more.
Well, the Chief Climate Commissioner, Tim Flannery, says the impact of climate change is becoming more apparent and the evidence more compelling.
It's clear from the report that the evidence is becoming more convincing year by year. It was always very good, even back in 2007. But for Australia, we're seeing impacts more clearly. We're seeing the sea level rise that was predicted. We're seeing the decline in rainfall continue, particularly in the southwest of Western Australia. We're seeing impacts on the Great Barrier Reef and so forth.
Tim Flannery will